Hey guys, let's take a look how the GPS rescue fails in my case for both Flywoo Explorer LR versions, version 1 and 2, completely different electronics. Let's take a look after the intro. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at how the GPS rescue fails on the Flywoo Explorer LR, both versions, the 1 and the version 2 with the updated electronics. The GPS settings are the same like on all my other quads where it's working perfectly fine. And that is that the minimum distance that it works is 50 meters. I'm still flying beyond that point. And the return altitude during the GPS rescue is set to the maximum altitude during that flight. The minimum requirement for satellites is 5 for GPS rescue to work. So here we are finding now an area where the grass is shorter that I can land without disarming, and when I then activate GPS rescue, it should raise up to the return altitude and fly home. And as we can see when we activate here, it does want to fly home, but it cannot raise up to that altitude and it's just tumbling over. So let's try that again with the V2 version. We are doing the same thing. We are flying to that area where we can land, where the grass is a bit shorter. Air mode is letting it hop a little bit around, but when returning to home, it goes not really up. It just roughly turns back to the direction where home is and then tumbling over on the ground. Here we are trying the same thing on the other side of the field, flying a little bit higher. And as soon as we activate the return to home GPS rescue function, it's losing altitude and crashing to the ground for actually no real visible reason to me, since all my other quads are set up in the same way and it works perfectly fine. But the V1 and V2 version of the Flywoo Explorer seem to have some problem, which is connected between the Flywoo Explorer V1 and V2, even though the electronics are completely different between those two. So that's the interesting part. The characteristics of the arrow when returning home is same, but the electronics are different and the settings are the same like on other quads of mine, which are working perfectly fine. And here during this last try I crashed almost into these concrete pillars. I was flying a bit higher, activating GPS rescue, and it was dropping substantially height, almost slamming into the ground before I then could take over and pull up so that it's not crashing this time, but only because I took over, and it should never have lost altitude to begin with actually. If you have any creative idea why I'm experiencing that behavior of the Flywoo Explorer, please let me know in the comment section below. It would be really appreciated. And as always guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day. Stay safe and see you in the next one.